Have you ever wondered how a tiny cell, much too small for us to see without a microscope, gets the food and energy it needs to stay alive? Imagine if you were inside a cell's world, a land without mouths, forks, or dinner tables. It's a busy place, with each cell working to survive and grow. A cell doesn't eat pizza or apples like we do. Instead, its food comes in the form of tiny molecules such as glucose, a type of sugar, proteins, and fats. But how does a cell grab these invisible treats? Around every cell is a special thin layer called the cell membrane. Think of it like a smart, squishy fence that can let some things in and keep other things out, just like the security at a big concert. The cell uses this membrane to help it feed. The main way a cell gets its food is through a process called diffusion. Imagine opening a bottle of perfume in one corner of a room. Soon, the lovely smell drifts across the room, moving from where there is a lot of perfume to where there is very little. Molecules entering the cell work the same way. They naturally move from an area where there are lots of them, outside the cell, to where there are fewer inside the cell. This gentle, automatic drift is how many small food molecules slip inside. But some food is too big or too important to leave to chance. Here, the cell uses another clever trick called active transport. Imagine you are on a playground and most of your friends are already on one side of a climbing wall. If you want to go join them, you have to climb up and over, which takes effort. Cells use a bit of energy to pull in food molecules from outside, even if there are already lots inside. Special proteins in the cell membrane act like little gates or pumps to help with this job. There's another way cells feed, too, by gulping, almost like gobbling up a bubble. This is called endocytosis. When something large, like a chunk of protein or even a tiny droplet of water, needs to come in, the cell's membrane wraps around it and folds inward, forming a little bubble that floats inside the cell. It's as if the cell is giving itself a quick snack by wrapping up the food in a pocket. Once the food makes it inside, the cell gets even busier. Tiny machines called enzymes break down the big food molecules into smaller pieces, just like a chef chopping up ingredients. The cell then uses these bits for energy to keep working, for building new cell parts, or even for sending messages. So while a cell doesn't eat like we do, it has its own clever ways of feeding, from drifting to pumping to gulping. Next time you take a bite of your favorite food, remember that you and every cell in your body are experts at finding ways to get the energy you need to live and grow.